Cristiano Ronaldo. The name itself just screams football legend, right? But what does that greatness actually look like when you peel back the layers? Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to break down the trophies, the awards, the records, all the things that make him one of the most decorated athletes ever.
Okay, let's just kick things off with one number that kinda says it all: 34. That's how many major trophies Cristiano Ronaldo has won for his clubs and his country. And we're not talking about some preseason tournament here. These are the big ones, the titles every single player on the planet dreams of winning. And he's got 34 of them.
You know, his success is so massive that a regular old trophy cabinet just wasn't going to cut it. No way. In his hometown, you can actually visit the Museo CR7, an entire museum, a museum just for his achievements. It's a literal, physical monument to winning.
So yeah, a monument to success. This whole idea of winning, it's the foundation of his entire story. It's not just about stats. It's about a career literally built on the need to win. And you see that winning mentality most clearly in his impact on his teams. You could even call him the ultimate team player. He didn't just join great clubs. He turned them into champions, conquering some of the absolute toughest leagues in Europe.
See, for Ronaldo, it was never enough to just win in one place. He had to win everywhere. It's like he had this internal drive to prove he could dominate any challenge in any country, in any league. That ambition, man, it's what defines his entire career.
And he's part of this super exclusive club. Players who have won the league title in England with Manchester United, in Spain with Real Madrid, and in Italy with Juventus. Just think about that for a second. The raw physicality of the Premier League, the technical brilliance of La Liga, and the tactical genius of Serie A. He didn't just play in them, he mastered all three.
But hey, winning domestic leagues, that was just one part of the mission. When you look at the biggest stage in European club football, the UEFA Champions League, he was on another level. He has lifted that iconic trophy a staggering 5 times. 5. Once with Manchester United and 4 more with Real Madrid. There's a reason they call him Mr. Champions League.
And this relentless drive to win wasn't just reserved for his clubs. He literally carried the weight of an entire nation on his shoulders, Portugal, and he did what many thought was completely impossible. He captained them to their first ever major international trophy at Euro 2016, and then backed it up by winning the Nations League in 2019. He delivered glory to a country that had been waiting for generations. Okay, so when you have that much team success, the individual awards are bound to follow, right? And this is where we really see him crowned the world's best. Winning championships is one thing, but being consistently named the #1 player on the planet, that's a whole different stratosphere.
And this right here, this is the one, the Ballon d'Or. It's the award every single kid kicking a ball on the street dreams of winning. And Ronaldo? He's won it 5 times. Let that sink in. 5. That is more than any other European player in the history of the sport.
All these awards, they've basically settled the debate. It's not even really a discussion anymore. It's just a widely accepted fact. As you see here, he's widely regarded as one of the greatest players of all time. End of story. But if you want to talk about pure, insane consistency, nothing beats this. For 15 straight years, he was voted by his fellow players and by the experts into the world's best 11. 15 times for UEFA's team, 15 times for FIFA's. I mean, having one great season is incredible. But to be at the absolute pinnacle of your sport for a decade and a half, that's almost superhuman. All right, so beyond the trophies and the shiny individual awards, we've got the cold, hard numbers. We're about to dive into the records he didn't just break, he absolutely shattered them. And honestly, some of these might never be touched again. Let's start here. 143 goals for Portugal. That makes him the all-time leading goal scorer in the history of men's international football, period. No man has ever scored more for his country. And that record-breaking goal scoring, it continues on the club's game's biggest stage. With 140 goals, he is also the all-time top scorer in the UEFA Champions League. See? He doesn't just play in the biggest competition, he owns it. Now this number, this one is all about pure longevity and just an unwavering commitment to the game. He has played for his country 226 times. That is more than any other male player in history. That just speaks to an elite level of professionalism that has lasted for over 2 decades. So when you take a step back and look at it all, the trophies, the individual honors, and those unbreakable records, a really clear picture starts to form. It's a legacy defined by 2 full decades of just complete and utter dominance. And it all leads to this one truly mind-blowing number: over 969 senior career goals for his clubs and his country. He was the first man to officially smash through the 900-goal barrier, and he's still going. The total is it's hard to even comprehend. And this journey of winning has stretched over 20 years. I mean, look at this. From his very first trophy way back in 2002 to hitting that absolute peak in 2008 with his first Champions League and Ballon d'Or, to delivering that championship for Portugal in 2016, and he's still lifting trophies in 2023. That is what sustained excellence looks like.
So after all of that, after more than 900 goals and 34 major trophies, you just have to wonder, right? What is possibly left to achieve? When you've won it all, broken records that nobody thought could be broken, what keeps you going? I think answering that question is the final piece of the puzzle to truly understanding the anatomy of a legend.